All right, it's time to test the Weber Smoque, or Smoke as we like to call it because it's quite an odd name. Is it just a Searwood light? True, it can't sear. It can't get super hot above 500 degrees like the Searwood, but maybe it's right for some people. I'm a bit skeptical, but we're gonna find out today with some party ribs. If those things come off smokier on the Smoke than they do on the Searwood, this is a legit machine. Let's go find out.
Basement.
All right, so here we are with the Smoke. We've got all the parts laid out. I can tell you it looks almost exactly like the Searwood from this perspective. Same materials, basic same shell and pit, same quality, but let's get this guy together so we can get it fired up. All right, we got it built, here it is. Assembly was super simple, took me about 45 minutes all by myself. Maybe that's because I've got some experience doing it with the Searwood, and because it's basically the same machine, the same guts. I put it next to the Searwood so we can look at the difference side by side. Obviously, I've got the XL version of the Searwood and the standard version of the Smoke. The standard size Smoke is $200 less than the standard size Searwood. How are they saving that money? Well, a couple things. Number one, obviously this goes to higher heat. The max temp on the Smoke is 500 degrees. The Searwood goes 600, 650. The Searwood gives you the ability to actually put flame on your meat. It's got that much bigger firebox and the diffuser, but this thing really is designed mostly just to smoke. It's got smaller wheels. It does not have a bottom shelf, which I'm kind of disappointed in, but I guess that's one of the ways that they're saving you $200. The controller is a bit more basic on the Smoke, but I will tell you, plugging it in, powering it on, connecting it to Wi-Fi, updating the firmware was extremely quick and simple, which I loved. So the question is this just a Searwood light? Is it just less capability? Now, what I'm hoping is that it's not just a Searwood light, that it actually produces a different product in terms of smoke flavor. Because whereas the Searwood has that one flavor bar that goes across the width of the pit, but still allows you to get flame, it doesn't cover all of the flame that comes out of that firebox. Whereas with the Smoke, it's got more of a traditional cover over the firebox so that no direct flame can actually get to your meat. And in addition to that, if you look at the way they've got this pan situated, they've got what, again, they're calling flavor bars. They love that term for some reason, but what they are covers over the holes that are supposed to take that smoke and make it take longer to circulate around your meat. At least that's what they say in their marketing videos. I'm a little bit skeptical, to be honest, but if it's true, we're gonna find out tonight when we get extra smoke flavor, at least compared to what comes out of that Searwood. So already got pellets in there. Let's go ahead and get it started. To do our burn in, we're gonna do 400 degrees. Let's push the button and we're ready to go. Turn the knob to 400 and we're off and running. Can't wait to see what kind of smoke this thing produces. All right, heating up for the burn in. We already got some smoke. I've got hickory in there today. That's a lot of smoke coming out of there. That happens a lot when you first start things up on the Searwood. Yeah, so as expected, that initial mountain of smoke was just firing up some pellets in the firebox. When we're done with the burn-in, we're gonna start cooking. See you in a bit. All right, we got 3 racks of prime baby back ribs here. So first thing we gotta do, obviously, especially with party ribs, is take off that membrane. This is my first time ever getting 3 for 3. I'm so happy. Small victories. Now with party ribs, you gotta cut them up ahead of time. Luckily we have these nice kitchen shears. Henckels, which is a great brand, makes it nice and easy. Donnie? You were concerned.
Because I was looking at something else.
My least favorite part of party ribs is trying to season everything without doing it all individually, which is just too much time. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is just squirt a bunch of mustard in here. That's our binder for the seasoning. And then I'm just gonna mix. Uh-oh, soldier down. Soldier recovered. Now going with our new Old Faithful I mentioned last week or the week before, Costco Pork Barrel Barbecue. This stuff is awesome. We want to get good coverage, but I am not going to flip every bone individually and season it. All right, let's go get the grills fired up and get these guys on. So we are gonna do the bulk of the ribs on the new Smokier, but we're gonna put a few control ribs on the Searwood. This isn't a true battle. We're gonna do a true battle another time, but we at least wanna do some control ribs. Now I've got hickory in the smoke. I don't remember, to be honest, what I have in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump it out and put hickory in it. Now, one good thing about the smoke is it also has a pellet dump like the Searwood. So they did leave that on, so that's good. So gonna go ahead and turn these both on. Should be interesting. I'm really excited. See you guys in a little bit. One difference, the Searwood does have a fuel gauge. The smoke doesn't. While I'm talking, take a look at this, how much smoke is coming out of the Smokier already. I mean, we just started this thing 1 minute ago. The Weber Searwood is not producing any smoke yet. I don't know if that means anything. But what I was saying was, we know that this is $200 cheaper than the same size version of the Searwood. No bottom shelf, which they charge $80 for. No fuel gauge, a smaller controller. Donnie's covering his face because there's so much smoke coming out of the Smokier. Here, I'll block it for you. When I did the burn-in on the smoke, I noticed I could smell the hickory much more prevalent than I can on the Searwood. On the Searwood, it smells like smoke, but I couldn't tell that it was hickory. On this one, I came out, I was like, holy crap, that smells like hickory. This thing thinks it's already at 180. That is insane. And this thing is just now starting to smoke and it's only at 90. All right, now this one's smoking like a madman. Holy cow. Honestly, only a 3-minute difference for the two of them to get to 180. And that might just be accounted for by the fact that this one is so much smaller. Maybe the XL version would have taken the exact same amount of time as the Searwood, don't know. But let's go ahead and get these guys on. So we're gonna do smoke boost for 1 hour, and then we're gonna boost it up. If you haven't done party ribs yet, you don't know what you're missing. Let me tell you, they are awesome. Go do it now. And we'll do a few control ribs on the Searwood. This is almost a shame. All this room for 9 ribs. Shut them down and we're off and running. See you in a bit. All right, we're an hour in. It's time to boost the temperature. I'm telling you what, when we opened the lids and smelled the smoke that comes out of the Smokier smells more like hickory than when we opened this. This smells just like smoke. I don't know any other way to describe it. We're gonna do a quick spritz. This is just plain apple juice. And we're gonna flip. And we're gonna close them up. I'm actually gonna use the app to turn these up. Temperature 275. And we're off and running. I gotta be honest with you, I am rooting for the smoke to have more smoke flavor, because if it doesn't, I'm not sure what the point is for $200 less. If it does, and you're a smoker and not a griller, a searer, this might be the machine for you for $200 less, but we're gonna find out. Very good. See you in a bit. All right, so we're an hour and 45 minutes in, and I want to take a look at what's going on. Let's look at the Smokier first. They look about what I would expect. They're not super cooked yet. They look brilliant. So the Searwood, they're definitely more cooked. They're moving a bit faster. To make sure, we're gonna use the new Typhur Instaprobe Core instant read thermometer. It takes half a second to get the temperature, and it's just very sleek. I mean, look at that. No matter which angle the readout turns. So let's take a look at what we got going on here. Yeah, so this is 141 down there. Interestingly, the ones at the top are hotter. So between 140 and 155, these have got to be hotter based on what I'm looking at here. Oh yeah, wow, big difference. Yeah, 187, holy moly, big difference. These are anywhere from 20 to 40 degrees hotter already. I'm not sure how to account for that. I don't think it's the size. In fact, I would think the size would do the opposite. These are gonna have to come off pretty soon. So again, the reason we went Typhur is because that Typhur sous vide machine is amazing. And so we were like, if they do that good on that thing, they gotta do good on these other things. And so far, so good. This thing is very nice. All right, so these Searwood ribs are, we gotta take them off now. We're gonna stick them in the oven on warm because they are already at temperature. And the smoke ones are taking significantly longer. I don't have any opinion on whether that's good or bad. It just is what it is. I will say the size of the grill shouldn't really matter. The heat resonates everywhere. So I really do think that it has something to do with the fact that the whole pit isn't covered with a drip pan. You've got that flavor bar there and more direct flame. So these are cooking faster. I'm guessing at this point, they're gonna have a lot less smoke flavor. This thing, when you open it, you smell, I've said this 100 times already, I'm sorry, but when you open that thing, you smell hickory. When you open this, you just smell smoke. So this thing might actually have something going on. All right, we're ready to go. We got the Searwood ribs over here separated by paper towel. These guys are definitely ready at this point. I can't wait to taste the difference. Oh my God, they look amazing. Salivating big time. All right, let's go try these. All right, here we are. We got Weber Searwood on the right, Weber Smoque on the left. We're gonna do blind taste test.
It's nice and hot too.
Wow, this is a thick boy. Super good. There's definitely a little bit of smokiness. It's not extreme. It's good though. Delicious. I don't know how you're gonna beat that. It's fantastic. I don't know how we're gonna beat that. All right, next. Oh boy. Oh my gosh.
That must be.
They're so good. They're both the same.
Both the same?
Yeah.
So the first one was smoke, and then the second one was Searwood.
Man.
Dead even?
They're dead even. For me, they're both really, really excellent. I can't tell a difference. I don't taste more smoke on one versus the other. All right, your turn, turn.
Oh, damn.
Super good.
Mm-hmm. Damn, these things are so good.
That's the way I felt. I love them all.
Because they're the same juiciness throughout.
Mm-hmm. Do you taste any different smoke flavor is the question.
Not really.
No, right?
Not even like a little bit.
No, it's the same.
I don't know if I like that.
Keep looking for it, and it's not there.
I want it to be there.
Could you guess which one is the Searwood?
I feel like this one's the Searwood and this one's the Smokier.
You're wrong. It's the opposite.
Really?
Smokier, Searwood.
Tenderness is the same throughout.
I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping the Smokier would have more smoke flavor. They're both excellent, like super good. Would you agree with that?
Oh, 100%.
I mean, amazing. I'm salivating thinking about the food that I was eating. So we're gonna go ahead and put some of these back on the grill with the barbecue sauce and the brown sugar and the butter. So we're gonna take Sweet Baby Ray's, brown sugar, and butter all the way around. All right, we're gonna stick these back on at 300 degrees and let them cook hot. They're gonna be sweet, salty, buttery, and sticky. Let's go do that. Now, this is good news. It fits right in there.
Oh, nice.
It almost doesn't fit, but it does. Crank this to 300. These are gonna be ridiculously good. These guys are ready. They've been on here. We cranked it to 500 degrees. It got to 500, no problem. And a lot of smoke coming out of the thing. I don't understand why so much smoke comes out of this thing, and yet it has no extra smoke flavor when compared to the Searwood. We're all very perplexed right now on how this is a thing. Let's give one of these a shot. I'm gonna grab this one right here. Oh my God. This is total meat candy. It's got good smoke flavor, everything you could possibly ask for. Wrapping up, no difference between the two, at least with party ribs. We're gonna do another battle with something like pork butt to see on a longer smoke if there's any more smoke flavor. But right now, what I'm thinking is spend the $200 extra or $300 if you're getting the Excel and buy the Searwood. Flavor was just as good and you have all these other options with the Searwood. But I don't know, Weber. I'm wondering what the deal is. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time.